I am Sime Claire, part of the team that has been working on an automatic hand sanitizer temperature measurement device with a mask dispenser. Since the outbreak of coronavirus in 2019, there has been a rapid spread throughout the world. Some of the standard recommendations provided by the World Health Organization to prevent its rapid spread include sanitizing of hands, wearing a mask, and social distancing.
I am actually Elizabeth, and the challenge that we have faced is that health workers are at the forefront of fighting the outbreak. Therefore, they are more at risk of getting infected. The existing devices that are there right now include contactless temperature guns, mask dispensers, and automatic sanitizers. Some combine the temperature measurement and the sanitizer. However, our objective was to give an improved version that can do all three at once.
This is our first section, the automatic temperature and hand sanitizing. These are some of the components that we used, and this is the setup in Proteus. So this is the Arduino Uno R3, the infrared, the LCD, display LM016L, LED green and LED red. This speaker was used in case the temperature reading is higher than 37, then it will go off, it will sound. So the infrared is used to detect presence of a hand and measure the temperature by emitting infrared radiations. So in our case, we use this logic toggle, and when it's 0, meaning there is no hand, and when you turn it to 1, then there will be a hand, and then this infrared will detect, the temperature will be measured, and it will be displayed on the LCD here. And then for us to vary, since it's not being done like practically, we use this potentiometer like to vary the results from 37, 38, above 37 to 40s. So in case it is very high or very low, the speaker goes off, and this LED, the red one, will light to show that there is danger in case the result is abnormal. And this is the Arduino code we used. This is the simulation for the temperature measurement and hand sanitizing section. The components that we used are listed here. So we use the infrared obstacle sensor to detect where there is a hand or there is no hand, and also to measure the temperature using infrared radiations. This green LED will light up in case there is a certain amount of sanitizer that is being dispensed. The red one will light up to show danger in case the temperature value is way above 37 or way below 37 degrees Celsius, and in that case an alarm will go off. We used a potentiometer to vary the different temperature readings or values, which will be displayed on this LCD. So this is the code. We declared our variables here and the different pins on the Arduino to which they are connected. The infrared will act as the input, buzzer, alarm, and sanitizer definitely are the outputs. This is the first thing that is displayed on the LCD when the system is like not being used, when there is no one who has placed their hand yet. Then it reads from the infrared. So if there is a person, or like when we change that logic toggle to 1, meaning there is a hand, there is someone, sanitizer high, certain amount of sanitizer will be dispensed. Then the temperature value will also be displayed. If the temperature is above 37, an alarm will go off, and still the temperature will be printed on the LCD. Else, if there is no one, then everything will not be running, the sanitizer will not be dispensed, the buzzer will be off, the alarm will not go off. No person. Let's fight COVID-19. And the code is uploaded and we run the simulation. So previously there is no hand. Let's fight COVID-19. There is no person. And when we change this to 1, there is a person, and the body temperature is 37.01, which is within the normal range. That's why the alarm does not go off. When it's set to a different temperature value, there is no one, no person. Let's fight COVID-19. And when it's changed to 1, the temperature value is way above 37, so the alarm goes off. Yeah, however, at the same time, a certain amount of sanitizer is being dispensed and the red LED is lighting.
Thank you, Claire. I'll now be taking you through the mask dispenser part. So this part is meant to dispense the medical masks in particular. It employs the paper feed mechanism that is normally used in printers, where the paper rollers are rotated by the help of 2 motors. So the infrared detects an obstacle and sends information to the microcontroller. The microcontroller sends a signal to the motor driver, and this runs the motors in different directions so that the paper can move to to one side. The paper rollers pull the mask from the mask compartment, and the mask passes through the rollers to the outlet. Then the process is terminated. So this is the setup. We have the infrared, the logic state toggle button, the Arduino Uno, the motor drivers, the motors, and a battery. So when a hand is detected by the infrared sensor, since it's a simulation, that will be logic state 1, information is sent to the microcontroller, which sends the information to the motor drivers. So motor 1 is run in the clockwise direction, while motor 2 is run backwards in the anti-clockwise direction. This is the Arduino code that runs the motor. We start by initializing the hash include. We declare the motor pins 1 and the pins on the Arduino code where they are connected, the IR sensor also to pin 7, then the in status sensor is equals to 0. Then we go to the setup. The motors are all outputs from the Arduino, that's why they're set here as outputs. Then the infrared feeds the microcontroller, that's why it is given as an input. If the infrared sensor is high, that means there is a hand. For this case, it will be the toggle case. The toggle button will be 1. Then the motors, then the microcontroller writes to the motors for the first motor, pin 1 to be high and pin 2 low. Then the second motor, pin 1 to be low and pin 2 high, so they can run in opposite directions. Then they delay for 2 seconds. That is enough time for the mask to come out. Then they stop. If there is no hand detected, the motors remain low. That is inactive. This is the Proteus simulation for the mask dispenser part. We have the infrared, the Arduino Uno, and the motor drivers, the motors. So when we run it, logic state 1 shows that there is a hand detected by the infrared, so the motors run. Then when there is no hand, the motors stop. Yeah.
My name is Izzy Mawahab. I'm going to talk about the card drawing. The card drawing is representing the low fidelity prototype of our device. Up here we have how it will look like in 3D, and then down here we have the wired design where we can easily see through the device and see the internal parts of the device. We have the sanitizer bottle, and this will keep the sanitizers. Then we have the mask compartment for our masks. We have the LCD display that will show us the temperature readings, and then we have the sanitizer outlet for giving the sanitizer. Then we have the mask outlet for giving out the masks. Then we have the obstacle detector that will take the hand. Thank you so much.